Rohit. Good morning, Chinmay. Morning, Minu. So, good morning to all. Morning, Amara. Students, in this class, we will discuss about methods expressing concentrations. So, that is the last topic in this unit. We will discuss about methods expressing concentrations. Okay, now, students. Actually, this topic we have even in second PEC also. However, we are discussing according to NCERT syllabus now, so that's why we have to discuss here also. So, what is the topic? Methods expressing concentration.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
See, recording.
recording start I uploading.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Methods expressing concentration. Okay. So before going to concentration term, first we have to know about solution. Students, what is a solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture. It is a mixture. Already in the earlier classes we discussed what are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So solution is what? It is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. So formation of solution is a physical change. Out, very good. Solute plus solvent, very good. So formation of solution is a physical change. How can I say formation of solution is physical change? Very simple, ma. Suppose if you take salt and water, salt plus water, you will get what? Salt solution we will get. Isn't it? Is it possible to separate that salt from that salt water? Yes.
Sir.
We can separate by evaporation technique. So that's why if you separate components of a solution by using physical methods, then it is considered as a physical change. Then it is considered as a physical change. Very good. Can be separated by physical methods. So that's why it is a physical change. Formation of solution is a physical change. Similarly, if you take sugar in a solution, sugar in a water also we can separate by using crystallization technique. By using crystallization technique. Clear, students? So that's why solution formation is a physical change. Now come to the word concentration. What is concentration? Concentration is nothing but, say for example, if you take 100 ml of water, that 100 ml of water can dissolve certain amount of solute. We don't know what is that certain amount. That is called concentration of solution. That is called concentration of solution. So how much amount of, suppose if you add 10 grams of solute, 10 grams of solute to the 100 ml of water, we will get one type of solution. So that solution concentration we can calculate by using different methods. How much amount of sugar I added to 100 ml of water, or if you add a certain amount of sugar to that water, we can calculate its concentration. We can calculate its expression, that is called concentration of solution. So we have different concentration terms. In that important concentration terms we will discuss in this class. Okay, na? First one is molarity. First one is molarity. Capital M. Molarity is represented with the symbol capital M. Please write down definition. The number of moles of solute. The number of moles of solute present in.
Repeat once more, sir, from the team.
The number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. The number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Okay, na? Listen, molarity mathematically we can represent it like this. M is equal to N by V in liters. So what is N here? Small n. Very good. N is equal to number of moles. Okay. V is equal to volume. M is equal to molarity. Okay, na? What is the formula to calculate number of moles?
Weight by gram molecular weight.
Very good.
Weight by gram.
N is equal to V naught, weight by gram molecular weight. So that's why if you substitute in this formula, what you will get molarity relation? Molarity is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by V in liters. We can write like this, no? So instead of N, I wrote to weight by gram molecular weight. So by simplifying this formula, we are getting 1 by V in liters. Okay. M is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by V in liters. Otherwise, you can also write like this. M is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by V in ml. That is, if volume in milliliters, volume is given in milliliters, we will get this relation. Okay. Next, units for molarity are mole per liter or mole per decimeter cube. Mole per liter or mole per decimeter cube, or simply we can represent it by writing the answer after simply capital M. Capital M indicates molar. Okay. Next, another important point is it is depends on temperature. Depends on temperature. So molarity decreases with increasing temperature. So how it depends? Molarity decreases with increasing temperature. Decreases down arrow, increases means upper arrow. Molarity decreases with increasing temperature. Later I will say how it changes. First write this as it is. Inversely proportional. That is why inversely proportional. So I repeat once, please remember. Molarity means here itself definition. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Here molarity formula M is equal to N by V. So N means we know weight by gram molecular weight. So if we substitute the weight by gram molecular weight in this formula, we will get these two relations. Next units. Next it is it depends on temperature. It is it depends on temperature means say for example, if you take say for example, no, if you take 5 grams of sugar in 100 ml of water, 5 grams of sugar in 100 ml of water. If you heat that solution, that is 5 grams of sugar in 100 ml of water to certain temperature, say for example 70 to 80 degrees centigrade, so that is 5 to 10 minutes. What happened means, so if you taste that solution before heating or after heating, so definitely you will get a change in that taste. That means sweetness is more before heating. Sweetness is less after heating. Why? Because if you raise the temperature, volume of a solution is changes according to Charles law. So that we will discuss in solid solution, states of matter in it. Okay, we have different laws now. Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law, different Dalton's law. We have different laws. According to that Charles law, what happens if you heat the temperature, if you heat the liquid, any liquid, so to high temperature, volume is raises, volume is increases. So that's why if the volume is increases, what happens? Concentration is decreases. Concentration is decreases. So that's why molarity is depends on temperature. How it depends means if you raise the temperature, the concentration is decreases. The concentration is decreases. So that is the relation between the molarity with the temperature. Students, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, na? Now, please remember one more important thing. So, actually, this is not in our textbooks, but you have to remember general point. What is that means? Generally, sometimes in questions you will give N, simply M. M means 1 molar. What is the M indicates? I will write here. Please observe. M, M by 2, M by 10, M by 100, M by 1000. So M means 1. So idenagutte 1 by 2 tane. Idu this is, so M by 2 or 1 by 2 eradu bande. Okay na? Some questions in objective related questions he will give this type of relations, M by 2, M by 10, M by 100, M by 1000, like that. Okay na? M means 1 molar. What is the meaning of 1 molar? Very simple. 1 molar means 1 mole dissolved in 1 liter of solution. What is the meaning of 1 molar? 1 mole dissolved in 1 liter of solution. What is 1 by 2 molar? 1 by 2 moles dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Here 1 liter fixed, whatever the concentration you take. So what is M by 10 molar? 1 by 10 moles dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Similarly, all that. Okay na? So if M is equal to 1, that is called simply molar. Next, 1 by 2, do you know what is the name? It is called semi-molar. Semi-molar. Next, molar term indicates molarity. Molar term indicates molality. Okay, na? Automatically you can understand by doing the problems. Okay? Either can you say this one?
Decimolar.
Very good, super. Decimolar. Either centimolar either 1 by 100.
Centimolar.
Centi. Next either.
Millimolar.
Millimolar.
Very good, Pramara. Millimolar. molar, semimolar, decimolar, centimolar, millimolar. With respect to molarity. With respect to normality also same. Normal, semi-normal, decinormal, centinormal, millinormal. Like that. Okay na? Students, completed? Now,
Done, sir.
chalega?
Yes, sir.
Next one. Different formulas we will discuss related to molarity. So while you are coming to next class, you please prepare and come all these formulas. So this is very important to solve the questions. Okay na? So tomorrow I will give finishing touch for this unit. Tomorrow I want to complete at any cost. Okay na? Clear? For dilution, M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Molarity relation is M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Okay? What is M1 V1 and M2 V2? To better understand, please observe this example. Students, please observe. Not it today. Observe first. Okay? This is 100 ml. This molarity 1 molar. This is condition. Solution in a beaker. Its molarity is 1 molar. Volume is 100 ml. Okay? For this, I added certain amount of water. What happens, children, if water is added? Molarity is changes or not changes?
Decreases.
Molarity is
Change.
changes, na? So, how much molarity is changed? That we can calculate by using this formula. This is called dilution formula. Dilution law. According to law of dilution, M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. So, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ M1 V1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ before dilution, molarity and volume ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ 100 volume 1 molar. Molarity and volume before dilution. M2 V2 after dilution. What are M2 and V2 after dilution? Here one more trick is there. Volume of water added is equal to V2 minus V1. Volume of water added is equal to V2 minus V1. Final volume minus initial volume, we are getting how much volume is added. Simply we have 100 ml. For that, volume is raised to 200 ml. Volume 100 ml is initially, that is raised to 200 ml. What is the water I added?
100 ml.
100 ton. So that's why 200 minus 100 you will get the water. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 100 ml water ಇದೆ ಇಷ್ಟುವರೆಗೆ ಇದೆ water. Again I added 100 ml water. Total volume is 200 as secondary. So initially I have certain amount of water na. What is that water? That is also I have to consider na. So that's why volume of water added is equal to V2 minus V1. Okay? Okay. Okay na idu ma. Next for dilution is the formula. Next another formula in chemical reactions. In chemical reactions, molarity formula M1 V1 by N1 is equal to M2 V2 by N2, the formula. Here what is N1 and N2? Small n, small n2. I wrote na. What are the N1 and N2? He stated particularly chemical reaction.
Moles of solvent before solution.
We have coefficients na. Coefficients we have na. 2 NaOH plus H2SO4 like that. That coefficients moles we have to write. Okay na? N1 and N2 are what? Number of moles respectively of first substance and second substance. Moles of substances respectively. N1 N2. Okay na? The practical cell barutte formula. Next. When different concentrations of same solution mixed, when different concentrations of same solution mixed, different concentration means I have solution A, solution B, solution C, all are same type. Sugar solution, sugar solution, sugar solution. A, B, C. But concentration of A is different, concentration of B is different, concentration of C is different. Say for example, concentration of first one is 1m, second one is 2m, third one is 3m. But 3 I have added. For that we will get a certain amount of molarity. So for that molarity formula, MF is equal to MF. What is F2? Final molarity. MF means what? Final molarity. MF is equal to M1V1 plus M2V2 plus M3V3 and so on. V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the formula. V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the formula. So these are the different formulas now.
So if in a chemical reaction, three reactants are reacted, then we can equate M2V2 by N2 equal to M3V3 by.
Reactants reacted means so there is a compulsory reaction is depends on two components. Third one is compulsory. It is a factor. That's all. Suppose we are adding H2O to the other substances, C plus O2 plus H2O. Here, see H2O concentration we should not take. Okay, na? H2O is just act as a medium to interact the two substances. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
How
Thank you.
will we knowing that which is the medium?
Yes, yes.
So how will we be knowing that which is the medium in the three reactants?
He will give in question now. He will compare the two substances. Okay, na? Acid base titrations we will use generally this formula. You can identify now which is acid, which is base in a given chemical reaction.
Yes, sir.
So like that. Clear? So
Yes.
to understand concentration is depends on which factor. We have one unit in our chemistry that is chemical kinetics. We will discuss in second PUC. You ask na Tanisha na Monisha na Tanisha. You ask na. So how if three different substances are there, how to take? So if three different substances are taken, so on which factor it depends that we can calculate by using what is that? Chemical kinetics in it. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
So this is about molarity. My important formulas I wrote. Few formulas we have that we will write in second PUC. If all we will discuss in first PUC, then what is there to discuss in second PUC? So that's why limited. I discussed molarity up to this limit. Still we have few more formulas. No need to for this level. Okay, na? Next second one, molality. 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 Small m symbol. What is the symbol? Small m. Small m. molality, small m. Please write down. Idunu same, but small change in definition. The number of moles of solute. The number of moles of solute present in. The number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent, not solution, 1 kg of solvent. So in molarity, I told solution, here solvent we have to take. Okay, kg, that too not volume, weight relation we have to take here. I repeat, the number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. 1 kg of solvent or 1000 grams of solvent, both are same, is called molality. So please,
Sir.
yes,
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
ask.
Sir, if I have 1 liter of solvent, sir, if I add 2 liter of
2 liter of
solute, sir.
2 liter of solute, 1 liter of solvent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು
Okay,
solvent ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
half liter of solute, sir.
ನೋಡಿ solvent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ solvent.
Yes, sir. Sir, half liter of solvent, sir. So solute, sir.
Half liter of solute.
Sir, then what will be the solution, sir?
What will be the solution? What you are adding a half liter of solute.
Solvent. Half liter of solute.
What substance that is? We have to say salt, so acidic acid, benzoic acid, benzene, ಏನೋ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಅದು. Half liter of solute, okay, you are telling.
Water and alcohol, sir.
Water and
Alcohol.
what is the alcohol? What is the component? What is the solute here?
Sir, alcohol.
Alcohol is solute. Alcohol weight you take. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Next, gram molecular weight of alcohol you can calculate, na? Suppose CH3OH is given, we will get some value. C2H5OH is given, we will get some value.
Yes, sir.
Weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by weight of solvent in kg, or 1000 by weight of solvent in grams. You will get the answer. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you repeat molality definition, sir, once again?
Molality, the number of
Definition.
moles of solute, the number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿವಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆನಾ? m is equal to small m by weight of solvents in kg. So n means what, ma? Number of moles. Number of moles, you know, na, weight by gram molecular weight. So by rearranging the formula, weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by weight of solvent in kg. 1 by weight of solvent in kg. m is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by weight of solvent in kg. Otherwise, small m is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 divided by weight of solvent in grams. The formula. Units, mole per kg. Units, mole per kg. It is independent on temperature. Why it is independent on temperature? Here we are not taking volume. Here I am taking weight. Weight is not depends on temperature. You want to get any change in weight, okay, na? By subjected to temperature. So that's why it is independent of temperature. So very important point. No? Among molarity and molality, which is independent of temperature. Molality is independent of temperature. Molarity is it depends on temperature. Okay. So formulas how to remember. Vegama, how to complete this theory part. Tomorrow completely we will discuss problems. Done. Very good. Aita. Next side heading mole fraction. Mole fraction symbol chain like X. It look like X. Okay. Mole fraction. Symbol chain. What is mole fraction? Very simple, ma. Try to understand the definition. Very simple definition. Consider a solution. This is a solution. It has three components A, B, C. Three components I have A, B, C. Moles of A is equal to N1. Moles of B is equal to N2. Moles of C is equal to N3. What are the total moles of solution? N1 plus N2 plus N3. N1 plus N2 plus N3. Or simply we can say it is capital N, number of moles of all components. Here, if I want to calculate mole fraction of A, I want to calculate. How to do? Very simple, ma. If you want to calculate mole fraction of A, particularly I am asking about A. Na? So mole fraction of component A is equal to moles of A. What are the moles of A?
N1
divided by total moles. Andre capital N. N1 plus N2 plus N3. You will get capital N. Okay, na? Suppose if you want a mole fraction of B, particularly I am asking about B, moles of B divided by total moles. Total moles are fixed. In this concept, divided by you will write total moles na adu fixed. Remaining for what component we have to calculate, that moles we have to take. Say how to calculate mole fraction of C. Mole fraction formula kele moles of C
N3 by N.
By total
moles. N3 by N. Okay, na? Now can I say definition? Very simple definition. The ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all components in a solution is called mole fraction. That's the definition. Is there any difficulty in definition? Ratio of number of moles of one component to the moles of all components in a solution is called mole fraction. Mole fraction has no units. Why? Because it is a ratio. So ratios should not have units. Okay, na? Next, another important point. Mole fraction of all components in a solution is equal to 1. All components, if you add, what is the final answer you will get? 1. You will get. Say for example, mole fraction of A is 0.2. Mole fraction of B is 0.4. Mole fraction of C is equal to 1 minus 0.2 plus 0.4 Andre 1 minus 0.6 we will get mole fraction of C like that.
0.4.
That's something so like that we have to calculate. Clear, students? Please write down.
Yes, sir.
Please write down fast. Time illa. No, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು concept ಇದೆ. The ratio of number of moles of one component to the ratio of number of moles of one component to total number of moles of all components. Total number of moles of all components in a solution.
So repeat, sir.
The ratio of number of moles of one component to total number of moles of all components in a solution is called mole fraction. Okay, Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Next point, it has no units. It has no units. Please write down the formula. Mole fraction of, I will write MF. Mole fraction of one component. Mole fraction of one component is equal to moles of particular component. Moles of particular component divided by total moles. The formula. Mole fraction of one component is equal to moles of particular component divided by total moles. This is about mole fraction. Next, normality n. Normality capital N. Who is this Shruti? May I know Shruti? Or CBSE or state board ma? Shruti? KH. Please respond through message. Yes. State. This Varsha Gowda, your name. Okay, Vishnu Raj completed.
Yes, sir. Completed.
Junaid completed.
Yes, sir. Completed.
So normality definition.
Arey, wait, Fahad. You say normality definition, Fahad.
Don't know, sir.
Then you have to wait. Still, somebody are writing them. Okay, please write down normality. Very simple normality definition. The definition is simple. Normality means very simple. You should not write that is in examination. Okay, normality means please write down the number of gram equivalents, not moles, gram equivalents. The number of gram equivalents of solute. The number of gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called normality. So gram equivalent means somewhere weighted, equivalent weights. Did we discuss about equivalent weights?
Yes, sir.
So now equivalent weights we discussed already. So that's why if you know equivalent weights, we can easily calculate this normality. We will discuss in problems, no need to worry. Actually, normality concept illa textbook alli second BS nalli illa first BS nalli illa, but it's important to us to remember. Okay? Normality related questions. Definition completed. Number of gram equivalents present in 1 liter of
1 liter of solution.
By units for molality, mole per kg. Pardidra? Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Didn't get the last sentence what you said. Number of gram equal present in?
1 liter of solution.
Okay, sir.
Sir, unit mole per kg, sir.
Yes.
Unit is mole per kg, sir. For normality. For normality, sir.
Normality alla, molality. I am asking molality unit. I said or not? I asked.
Okay, sir.
Mole per kg, that is for molality. Mole per liter, that is for molarity. Right?
For normality.
Normality unit gram equivalents per liter. Equivalents per liter. Illa andre you can write simply capital N. That's all. Gram equivalents per liter, or otherwise capital N you can write. Okay, na?
So what is gram equivalence unit?
Equivalent weight I already told. Na? Equivalent weight is different for different type of substances. Acids
Yes.
means what is the formula I told? Atomic molecular weight by basis in of acid.
Yes, sir.
Base means if you take molecular weight by acidity of base.
Yes.
Salt means if you take molecular weight divided by charge. That is equivalent weight.
So
Okay,
gram equivalence, gram only no, sir, unit.
equivalent weight expressed in grams, that is called gram equivalent weight. That's all.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Equivalent weights or gram equivalent weight. Both are same. If equivalent weight is expressed in grams, that is called gram equivalent weight. If molecular weight is expressed in grams, that is called gram molecular weight. Na? Like that. N is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by V in ml. illa andre N is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1 by V in liters. Units gram equivalents per liter. Gram equivalents per liter, or simply we can write capital N. For dilution, normality relation is N1 V1 is equal to N2 V2. For chemical reactions, same formula. N1 V1 is equal to N2 V2. Same formula. Chemical reactions, dilutions. When different concentrations of same solution mixed, NF is equal to N1 V1 plus N2 V2 plus N3 V3 and so on, divided by V1 plus V2 plus
Sir, inversely proportional temperature, sir. Sir, inversely proportional temperature, sir.
Yes, it is also depends on volume, so that's why it is also depends on temperature. Volume factor is depends on temperature. P proportional T. Volume increases, if temperature increases, volume increases, but concentration is decreases.
So what is the relation between chemical reaction and dilution, sir, here?
Here,
Same formula.
this you know now.
Yes, sir. So adding water is dilution.
Some volume, some normality is there. If you add water, normality, volume changes. Here, chemical reactions you will take N1 and N2. What are N1 and N2? In molarity case, number of moles na.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Here,
sir.
but normality indicates what? Weight by gram equivalent weight na. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Normality we can calculate. Equivalent weight we can calculate. How equivalent weight we can calculate? Molecular weight by different for different substances, different coefficients we will take. Say for example, in chemical reaction we will get number of moles. Okay na? So that number of moles is nothing but it is converted into equivalent weight. Say for example, H2SO4 is there now. H2SO4 molecular weight 98. H2SO4 molecular weight 98. With respect to equivalent weight, it is 49 only. 49 grams of H2SO4 with respect to normality, or 98 grams of H2SO4 with respect to molarity. Both are same. But here, the exact concentration term to get exact values is normality only. Generally, we will take normality to get exact values. So that's why here we should not take N1 and N2. Why? Because N1 and N2 means already it is involved in chemical reaction. That equivalent weight we are taking, not atomic weight or not molecular weight. Molecular weight, if you want to take, then you required N1 and N2, number of moles. But here not required for normality case. So that's why N1 by N2 is cancelled. So that is included in this normality. So normality means weight by gram equivalent weight. There it is included. So that's why N1 by N2 we want to get. We will discuss if any such type of problems are there. Okay, no need to worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I think in redox reactions we have this type of titration questions. There I will explain. Unit number 8. In unit number 8, redox titration topic is available. Okay. Chemical reactions, what we have to take. So completed.
Sir, if three different substances are there in a solution, so how can we judge which is a solute and which is a solvent?
Which is a solute, which is a solvent, we can take by using quantity only. Quantity which is less, that is solute. Quantity which is more, that is a solvent.
So which is the
Okay. 5 grams of NaOH dissolved in 100 ml of water. Here, which one is taken as solute, which one is taken as solvent?
so water is solvent, NaOH is.
How can you say?
So more quantity water is present.
Like that. Okay, na?
So if we take 3 substances, then how can we judge, sir?
3 substances means only one is considered as a solvent, that's all. You won't get 3 or 4 substances. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
And moreover, so if quantity is not given, solute to solvent quantity, which is dissolved in state, that is called solute. Which dissolves, that is called solvent. So sugar is water, which dissolves?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Dissolved sugar, not dissolves. Which encourages dissolves? Water only, na? Water is called as solvent. Which dissolved is called solute.
So can you move a bit side, sir?
Hmm?
Right. Can you move a bit side? Yes, sir.
So this is about non-quality. So in the next class, we will discuss problems related to this one. So please bring objective materials also. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.